Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
A breaking news alert. A warrant is out for the arrest of another person charged in connection to the murder of a missing Moorhead teen. 33-year-old Brandon Erbstasser is charged with aiding an offender in the death of 19-year-old Destiny Avery. 27-year-old Ethan Broad is the main suspect in the murder of Avery, and court documents show that he cut up her body and then threw it in the trash. 26-year-old Andrea Payne and 22-year-old David Erno are in jail for lying to police about Avery's death. We have a request for Erno's mugshot into police. Authorities say Payne was told by Ethan Broad that he killed Avery, and Payne even admitted that she saw blood on Broad's face. Weeks after she was killed, Avery's body was found in the Clay County landfill under 2 weeks of trash. We'll have more on this case and details as to why the new man is being charged on Valley News Live tonight. And also bizarre breaking news involving a woman stabbed in the leg by her lover, an infant child, in a police standoff. This all happened in Jamestown overnight and ended with one woman in the hospital and another in jail. Police first got the call late last night about a woman who was stabbed in the leg and locking herself in the bedroom with an infant child for protection. Eventually, that woman and child were able to get out safely. That's when the standoff started with this woman, who police learned was in a relationship with the victim. She's 47-year-old Nicole Bearking. Bearking threatened to harm herself with a knife and then eventually walked toward officers with that knife, and that's when they shot her with less than lethal projectiles. She eventually surrendered and is being held on multiple charges. Now, you can read the list of charges she is facing on the VNL News app. The Minnesota Department of Human Services has suspended the foster care license for the home where a woman was arrested for what police call a serious incident. Authorities are staying tight-lipped about the situation, but they say it involves the death of a child. They're not giving out any information about that child. This woman up on your screen right now is arrested in connection to that incident. She's 35-year-old Kelly Jo Anderson. Her husband, Kyle Anderson, was not arrested. No other information is available about the case. Stay with us as we follow it. We have new information on the coronavirus in the region. The state of Minnesota is reporting another 14 COVID-19 deaths, bringing the total death toll to 286. A total of 3,816 people have tested positive, and 1,842 are listed as recovered. In North Dakota, 2 more people have died from the virus, bringing the total to 19. 942 people have now tested positive, and 350 people are listed as recovered. We do have a breakdown of all the numbers for both states on the VNL News app. Taking that live look outside on this afternoon, it feels great if you're heading out there. If you're working from home or just on a lunch break, I suggest you head on outside, of course, right after this newscast. For what we can expect for the rest of our day, let's check on in with First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day to get outdoors if you can. We're looking at conditions that are quite nice here in the noon hour. We're seeing temperatures that are in the upper 50s in the north, and a lot of us seeing some low to some mid 60s already. At 63 degrees in Fargo, at 61 in Grand Forks. The warm spot is Sisseton at 67 degrees right now. So on our way up, just a few degrees off of 70, and at least one location here this morning. Or this afternoon now. Here's a look at your radar and satellite map. You can see that we do have some clouds. We're kind of in between systems. We had that rain move through last night, and then there's some cloud cover and some showers showing up on the radar over by Williston, west of Minot. Gradually, that will start moving into the valley, and we have enjoyed and will continue to enjoy some nice weather until then. So here's a look at our hourly planner. You can see some higher clouds have moved in spots. Overall, though, still looking pretty good, and we'll see those temperatures rise back up to about 70 degrees for the second day in a row here in Fargo, and then the clouds take over, and then the rain chances with that. And that's going to create a bit of a rude awakening for us on Tuesday. We'll talk more about that, and if we've got any more warmth heading our way in your extended planner in just a few minutes.
Enjoy what we have while we have it. Thank you, Lisa. One man is sitting in jail after a police chase that reached 130 miles per hour in Wadena County, Minnesota. It happened yesterday near Nimrod. Authorities say this guy, 55-year-old Randy Tellock, led police on an 8-mile chase before they arrested him. No formal charges have been filed in the case, and no one was injured. A 20-year-old woman is seriously hurt after she was allegedly sideswiped by a semi-truck outside of Grand Forks overnight. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says the semi was heading to an industrial park off of I-29 northbound just before 11 last night. The semi driver told troopers a woman ran into his truck. The woman was taken to the hospital. The driver of the semi was not hurt and is not facing any charges. A frightening warning from one of the nation's top meat companies about the food supply chain in the U.S. This was already a major concern for many, and now those concerns may soon turn into a reality. Carrie Sanders has more.
The food supply chain is breaking. That's the warning in a full-page ad from Tyson Foods, released in the New York Times on Sunday. It comes after one of the country's largest meat processors closed a massive pork processing plant in Iowa because of a coronavirus outbreak. The letter from Tyson's president going on to say, there will be limited supply of our products available in grocery stores until we're able to reopen our facilities that are currently closed.
Ambulances start coming to our plant. People start being carried out of there. And so we were always asking our supervisors, basically, what is it that's going on here?
NBC News talked to one Tyson worker at that Iowa plant who concealed their identity.
We didn't have enough material or masks and things like that to provide to us. So they would start giving us different types of rags and stuff that they had washed and cleaned.
Tyson responding, telling NBC News, we've been working diligently to protect our team members. Early on, we allowed workers to bring their own masks, and we even supplied some until we could secure surgical-style coverings, which we now require all team members to wear. Adding, we aren't aware of any ambulance visits to the plant for COVID-19 related reasons. NBC News has not been able to independently confirm ambulances at the Tyson plant. Tyson's Waterloo plant, one of several closed across the country, shut down by beef, pork, and poultry companies trying to contain virus outbreaks. The CEO of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association says he fears things are only going to get worse.
If we start to see panic buying, much like we did the first 2 weeks of this pandemic, then yes, we are going to have an issue on our hands. There's no doubt about it.
Meat processors say that they do have beef, chicken, and pork in their freezers, but the longer the plants are closed, the faster the nation's meat supply will dwindle. In our consumer alert this afternoon, some seniors will soon be eligible to get their prescriptions delivered by drone. More than 135,000 residents of The Villages, the largest retirement community in the U.S., will become eligible for drone delivery of prescriptions. It will start next week through a partnership with CVS and UPS. The goal is to allow seniors at high risk of coronavirus to get medicine and other items they need without leaving their homes during the crisis. Coming up here at noon, do you find yourself baking more often now that you're spending more time at home? Well, you're not alone. We explain the baking boom a little later. But next, you don't want to run the oven today. It's warm out there already. Lisa Green is in with what you need to know for the Monday forecast.